it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever.
I'm sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, back. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready? White 25. Check, 59. Yeah.
Jameis now on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's our time. It's our time.
From the 39, Winston. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Ready? Blue ready.
Buccaneers.
Let's get this ball back. Put on offense. Let's go.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
First down, Winston. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Let's go. Let's go.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Winston. It's caught. It's Miller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Draw play, Winston to Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's go. It's time to play.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's third down.
Mike ready. White 25. Rep.
Watch tight end. Three down.
Easy. Hey, follow. 6.
Mike 28.
Let's go.
Again, it's Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Rams will get it at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Goff on third down, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. Now on second down, this is Gurley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw is gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
We go.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. Goff going to keep it himself. And able to follow his center and pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Completes it to Miller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 14. On 1st down, Jones looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. It's complete to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff on first down. He gets it to Cooks. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Hey, kill.
Watch the backfield.
A 2-yard gain.
Ric Flair.
Brings up second down.
From his goal line here, Goff. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Green, come see.
Following the interception, Winston.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Dancing to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner. Jameis to throw it. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check three.
Now Goff. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Taco Charlton able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Goff now looks to throw, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Throwing on third. Gone. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 2nd and 1, Winston. Jones has it. He'll have a first down past the 40. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, Winston. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Deuce.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
6-6. Pull it high.
59.
Hey, kill.
Check. 59.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff stepping up. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. A 13-yard touchdown run as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided
Was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On second down, it's Jones. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Jameis now on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Go. Go. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
Back to it after the pick six. Winston trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The tackle there by John Johnson. From the 27, Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Now Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but now it's third and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. Winston now being chased out left, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are back within a single score. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Working out of the gun, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. So for Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll try the air now with Goff. Flush to his right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Goff. Looking deep for Julio. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage. And
tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Winston to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And he's got Miller. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
It looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Winston. He finds Howard complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up second down. Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for L.A., it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the loss here is their 10th of the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave win. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath. Simultaneously.